Hi, and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick.
And my name is Chris. And Nick, what have we got in store today?
Well, today we are taking a look at SingularityNet, one of our favorite futuristic projects all around AI. And we thought it would be a really fun video here just to kind of talk about how you could become a millionaire with such a project. And we are incredibly bullish on SingularityNet and everything that they are doing, because when I look at the future, or what I envision the future being, I should say, not that I'm clairvoyant, I think of all this AI related tech, and I just think, yes, this is a project for me. But as always, if you find this video useful and informative, and you are really big on AGI, do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really appreciates it. And if you haven't done so yet, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept well up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Chris, should we take a look at the markets to start with, see what's happened recently in terms of all the extra billions flowing in, and then drive straight into a bit of AGI?
Yeah, I think let's get straight into the markets. They look healthy today.
They do. They're very healthy markets indeed. So we have a market cap currently of $473 billion. Obviously, we are over halfway to the 2018 high in terms of money flowing into the space. So, we're almost at the $500 billion. And I think it was around like just under 800 billion in January 2018, when we saw some significant gains being made. So we're fast approaching that scenario. So here we can see everything for today, with the exception of Polymath, is in the green. And these are just the tokens that we watch. So you have things like Bitcoin up 5%, XRP up being 5%. We have things like VeChain at 3%, Cardano's 2%. SingularityNet is 4.6%, for example. And then the 7-day outlook as well is a little bit spread out. We have a few reds here, such as a V4 token, Harmony, Polymath, SingularityNet slightly down for the 7 days. We have Ren, we have Cardano and Chainlink, etc. So they're pretty good stuff. And if we have a look at SingularityNet in isolation here, we can see that it is currently trading at 4.9 cents per token, an AGI token. Now, there is a market cap of $41 million currently, and a trading volume here is of 363,000 USD, total circulating supply of 852 million tokens, with a max supply, or a total supply available, of 1 billion AGI tokens. Now, we've done quite a big deep research into SingularityNet in previous streams and videos, and the token, the AGI token, plays a very vital role in how SingularityNet operates. So it's well worth understanding how you stake this token, etc., because we do see this as a longer term project. This is not going to make you a millionaire quickly, but you can definitely make you a passive income until the time comes when people actually value your utility of the projects. Okay, so this is one of those sleeper projects, Chris, that we refer to as like a 5 to 10 year plan. And if we look down here, we can see that the all-time high was pretty much when it launched, like an initial kind of coin offering, I guess, to an extent. We saw the high price, which I can get down from here. All-time high was basically at $1.86 for SingularityNet, and that happened in the 2018 bull run. Okay, but obviously that happened just after. It was on the decline that it got launched, and therefore it was always declining down, which you can see inside this chart. Just rode that wave all the way down, and now we're starting to get some spikes up again. So we saw lows of around 1.5 cents or 1.2 cents per token during this kind of sleeper period. But we can obviously do some math here and make this look like an attractive project for the people who hold the correct number of tokens to achieve the target. And this is something that I said before, it's a long-term play, so do bear with me. Now, the math that I'm going to do here is going to be slightly different. We're going to reference the 2018 bull run as a point of guess how much money can flow into a project, and we'll use that example and then apply it to the maximum total supply, not the circulating supply. So give us a worst case scenario with 1 billion tokens in circulating supply. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to reference XRP in this example, and XRP is a good example of this because they are a high capacity token. Okay, so there's a lot of them out there, and if we look here specifically, if I just bring this in to the 2018 17-18 run, the bull run, we can look at the high point here and just have a quick scout and look if I can pull it up. There you go. It's one of those things I can never quite pinpoint it exactly, and I get myself so frustrated as I try desperately to bring this in. Let's try and bring it this way. Should hopefully be about here. Not the all-time high, but it's going to do for this example. I have actually recorded the all-time high on the calculator already, but basically at this particular point, this particular day of the 4th of January 2018, XRP had a total circulating, a market cap of $148 billion, okay? That $148 billion was dispersed across 38 billion tokens, which is basically your market cap divided by the price of the tokens. That gives you the circulating supply at that particular time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the market cap of XRP at that high and then apply that to the total maximum supply of AGI. And that's going to then give us an approximate high for AGI, of what AGI could reach just on FOMO alone. Because obviously back in 2018, utility made no difference. This was basically just a bit of hype going into this particular project, and ultimately $150 billion is not a lot of money when we are talking about the future where there are trillions of dollars flowing into the crypto space. So do bear with us. This is an interesting way of approaching this, but it's definitely something that is achievable. There's nothing about this that would not be achievable, and do bear that in mind. Now, if we go over to SingularityNet again, what we're going to do is pull up that calculator that I spoke about earlier. So this is the market cap. Actually, it's lower than what it was before on the other calculator. But anyway, this is the one that we're going to use, which is the money, the amount of billions of dollars that were inside XRP in January of 2018 towards that high point. Okay, so it was lower than what I had picked out from this chart here, where we're talking about 148 billion. But I'm going to use this one regardless because it's already in my calculator, and it's only going to make this whole scenario worse, not better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to then divide this number by the billion tokens, right? So if this much money went into SingularityNet, then how much would each AGI token be? So I'm just going to divide this by the 1 billion tokens, okay, and press equals. That means that each AGI token could have a value of $147, okay? So now we know a rough all-time high based on money flowing into a project. Then we can see, okay, what are our targets? What do we want? We want $1 million, right? So if I then go ahead and put in here $1 million, that's what I'm trying to achieve using the AGI token. I'll divide this by the $147 AGI token future price. And that means I will need 6,802 AGI tokens, okay, in order to generate that $1 million future valuation. So what I'm going to be able to do here is basically now multiply this by the current token price, which is 0.049158. Okay, so this number just here, and press equals. So if I were to invest $334 today and hold this, let's say 10, it might be longer than 10 years, but let's just say 10 years, and we had $147 billion flowing into SingularityNet, then ultimately, you know, we would have achieved our $1 million target. Now, this project about, is all about artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence becoming or utilizing a centralized or a decentralized marketplace for artificial intelligence, removing it from centralized entities, right? Now, for me personally, I think that is something that will happen. I do see that SingularityNet will achieve this goal and this target. And in my mind, the amount of money that would flow into AI and SingularityNet specifically in the future is vast, because AI is absolutely everywhere already. We just don't necessarily notice it. It's not mainstream yet. But the second that people become more mainstream and understand what AI is doing for them, the more it's going to get used, the more money that goes into AGI, because you need the AGI token to utilize it and pay for everything inside the network. That's when I see that this valuation would potentially become true. And I think it may even go higher than $147 billion as a market cap. Once the utility kicks in, the sky's really the limit. I think 1 billion AGI tokens is not a lot for a global decentralized AI marketplace. So the value could be much higher than $147. I'm not sure what your thoughts are, Chris, but this makes me incredibly bullish on SingularityNet AGI. I think it's a very small number of tokens to be had here at a very reasonable amount of investment.
Yeah, I mean, like the amount of investment is a drop in the ocean at the minute, isn't it? Really, when you think $300, not a great deal of investment at all. So, yeah, I do think it could potentially go higher. I'm really bullish on SingularityNet. I'm invested in it already. It's definitely going places, but it is a slow burner, isn't it? It's going to be one of those that you're going to have to hold. Forget about it for a decent length of time.
Yeah, definitely just stake it and earn passive income from it. Obviously not a vast amount in the few years, but it's a long play. It's a real long play.
And what was the X, Nick? Because I always like to hear what the X is. And I think this is just going to be like obscenely high, right?
It is, yeah. So let me just get the old calculator out and just figure out what the X is there. So we're saying $147, and let's just see what that comes out at. When I put these numbers in, we're talking a 3000x.
Yeah,
it's fast. Yeah. It's fast. And there's very few tokens out there at the minute. If you're willing to hold them for a long period of time, that will give you that kind of return on investment. I'm incredibly bullish on here. I personally, want to be aiming probably for about 40,000 AGI tokens just myself, because that's more I want to be in the future. But for a modest $1 million, it's a very small investment to be making here. And yeah, so hopefully, guys, this kind of gives you a bit of an enlightenment or a portal window, I guess, into AGI, SingularityNet, and the kind of number of tokens you need to achieve a $1 million return on your investment here. It's very modest and very achievable for a lot of people as well, and it's something that me and Chris both heavily believe in, and it's something that we both are invested in as well. So as always, if you did find this useful and informative, do go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it. And as always, if you haven't done so yet, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you'll be kept up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here on the Cheeky Crypto channel. And with that being said, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, take care, everyone.